Hello guys and welcome back to Ark Survival Evolved on Grizzly Toon Gaming. Now, we are finally on the new map. Now, I've given all the guys a good amount of time to settle in to this brand new map. And as you can see, we've all been busy. Well, at least I have. Just before I get going, say hello to this big, red, beautiful Argentavis, which I saw in the wild in some of the most dangerous territory I've ever been in, with gigas and aloes and God knows what else on the scene. Managed to get this guy tamed and off the ground, and I called him Murdoch. And you can probably guess why. Right, beautiful. Right. But yes, so I've given everyone a certain amount of time to get themselves situated and built. And as you can see, I've been working very, very, very hard. Gathering untold amounts of resources. Yes, they are heavy engrams because obviously we took all of our progress with us on our characters. The gun towers. Now, you've probably been wondering, why have I made such a militaristic base? Now, there's a very good reason. Down on that side of the cliffs down there, over on that side, and then over the hill and down the other side is prime Giga territory. Gigas do spawn in this area, as well as a lot of T-Rexes as well. So I've had to step up my defences, so to speak, and make sure that I'm safe and that my tames are safe where they are. So that's why it's been built like this. I've been planning this kind of base since Island, really, since before we left the island. Thinking of what I wanted to do is my little greenhouse, just to keep me going. And obviously I've got my two defence towers, one this side, one the other side, connected to the base. Yeah, and I sort of planned something like this for a while back. Here's my little hatchery slash nursery. Close that up there. And then I've got some tames in here, my wolf pack. I've got a few in the cryopods stored away. There's my little spawn area back here with a few essential boxes. But I'm working on something new, a new cottage to call my spawn point and my home, which will be another episode. And we'll do a speed build and then a run through of what I've got. But yeah, I thought about a centralised tower to keep everything nice and simple and contained. A nice little sort of round staircase around the tower. Everything's included up here and whatnot. Everything is here, all storage, the compartments, there's the crafting benches, and up the staircases towards the top of the building where my Argentavis Argentavi are. But I'm not going to waste any more time talking about mine. That's very straightforward. It is my base. But what we're going to do now is we're actually going to visit different members of the crew and see what they've been up to. And they're going to give me a quick walk around their base and what inspired them to build like this, and what's their different building zone for and functions and inspirations and such. So I am actually going to take you to see the first member of the crew. I'm actually going to take you to see Shell's base, right down the bottom there. And then we will move on to Rich's base. Now, sadly, Jody has left the crew. He's left the server as well. He's just got other things to do. He's got more important things in his life to take care of. So he has actually left us all together, which is quite sad. But we wish him well and hope he has a lot of luck in whatever he takes on. But we are going to move on to Shell's base, and I will see you all there. Okay, this is our first stop. We'll land here.
Here already.
Yeah. Beautiful red bird is here and landed by your gazebo. Why, thank you, female Equus. Say hello to Murdoch.
Hi.
Beautiful. One of the best colour of Argentavis I've ever pulled out of a map. Blue on the top, red for his main colour and then white on the wingtip. So red, white, and blue. I love it. But
I can't see any blue.
look on the crown on his head.
I can't see that high.
If you step back, you will.
Oh, I see. Nice.
So, take me around your base, explain things to me and your inspiration.
Okay, I don't know what my inspiration is. This is my gazebo, where we can hang out and sit around by the fire.
And what
A little fire pit there.
love what you've done with the fireplace, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Little fire pit. Now, if any of you don't realise what she's done, is she's used is if you don't realise what she's done with the fire pit, Anki, go away.
Oh, friend.
That's right. Keep walking, pal. She's actually used gravestones, right? If you look at them, she's actually used gravestones and put them on the map floor, and then she's put in the floors afterwards so that they clip through the gravestones, so it creates like a fire pit illusion, which is actually quite clever. Because if any of you don't realise, Shell is actually a Sims 4 player, so being a Sims 4 player, she's very creative and can create some really sort of quite decent homes. So she's been online and been learning on YouTube, like the different things you can do with stuff on Ark to create some good builds. So if that is an example of what she's capable of, the rest of this base should be pretty cool, to be fair.
So this is my main barn. Here is my furnace. And on the edge of the barn there is the generator room.
Oh, nice. Nice little shed on the side. Efficient.
And so in here is like crafting, storage and my incubation area. So this is where we hatch babies or whatever. These are my cupboards, all named.
So that's a good. It's another good example of like all-in-one sort of capability, really, because everything's here in this one build.
Lots of open space, so I can bring the dinosaurs in when they've got heavy loads. Two entrances as well. Though this one was a bit of a tight squeeze if you're on an animal, but
yeah.
So this is my outdoor dino pen, and as you can see, it's not made out of walls or anything. It's actually completely useless as a pen because you can walk through the poles.
It's an aesthetic. It's an aesthetic build.
Nice. So these are actually made out of metal water pipes.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a faff to get where you want them, but once you get the technique going, it's fairly easy and quick to do.
Yeah.
And I think it just looks nice. It looks like a proper like little dino pen.
Yeah, it's more of an aesthetic build than really.
Yeah.
But it still looks kind of cool. I mean, we could probably make like on one map if we really dedicated it, like for all of us. We could probably make a dino zoo with that kind of tactic.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
Anyway, so this is my greenhouse. Again, mix of like wood and metal for the wood and glass for the material. In here is all my crops that I've been growing. And there should be a dung beetle. Oh my god, where's my dung beetle?
It's right here, sweetie.
Oh, there it is.
Blended in with the plants.
He likes to run away.
Now, the clever thing is, this really is a greenhouse. Now, if any of you haven't noticed yet, if you look at these are actually wooden walkways. They're called wooden catwalks, and they're used on builds to go from one place to another. Say, if you had high buildings and you didn't want to go down the stairs to go all the way upstairs, you could throw a catwalk across between ledges up high and just walk across. She's actually used these catwalks as shelves, because the small plots will place on top of those catwalks. So that actually gives a really incredible effect with two tiers of plants.
With them being above there, they still get the irrigation from the water that's under the floor. So
Yeah, because the
it's
taps
good.
have a range on them. Yeah.
That you means you can get double the amount of crops in really than you would be in the same amount of space.
Yeah,
So,
he's beelining for the door. I'm gonna come out.
yeah, let's shut the door.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a pterodon trying to get in. Get out. Okay, so again with this is my little house. So again, I've got some more crops on the front porch. I've got my carrots, and then above at the top on my little sort of canopy, I suppose you'd call it, I've got some Plantex, and again those are being irrigated by water pipes that are underneath the little porch foundations.
Nice.
So it reaches all the way up to those.
That's pretty
Anyway,
cool.
if we go in here, this is my living area, complete with sofa, coffee table, a couple of chairs, bookcases, cupboards, and a fire. I don't think there's any wood in it. No. I've got any.
It's got
No, I
household
can't light the
pets.
fire for you.
Shag
My
rug
little
as well.
household
Look at
pets,
that.
yeah. Shag rug. Yeah. And a couple of paintings. One of my birds. Above the fireplace in pride of place is a painting of Wolfie.
I can almost hear him giggling.
And here's my kitchen. So we've got some little seating area, some little storage boxes, some plants that grow by the sink.
So, and a clever use of the metal tap and water pipes and gravestones again to create like a little sink area, which is absolutely genius, to be fair.
Yeah, and so you can actually have a drink from the sink if you're thirsty. And then just outside of here we have like another little cooking area. So I've got my grill, my cooking pots, and a couple of smokers.
Yeah, I know what you should do, because it's barbecue area. You should make like a little like pontoon or whatnot on the water, like with some benches people can sit down, so you have like a little barbecue area.
Yeah, maybe. So if you go back inside, there's one last room to show you.
Uh-oh.
And that's through here. And that is the bedroom.
And every bedroom has a cage. Look at that. Nah. That's pretty cool. Unlocked. What's in there? Dead. Well, that's Shell's armory. Fit with assault rifles, C4, and a cluster grenade. Shotguns, missiles. So now you know what women keep in bedside tables. There you go. And oh my god, I did. Well, I'm guessing that the love shackles, the whip, and the primitive wooden club / dildo are to go with the cage. Jesus.
And the
Oh dear.
chair is for anyone who'd like to spectate.
So
This
a bit of
cupboard is
voyeurism.
obviously my wardrobe, so I keep all my armour and clothing in there.
Yeah.
Another use of the catwalks to make a little decorative shelf with a
See-
little pot on.
Yeah. See, I see that in the kitchen. I see the catwalks and the pot in the kitchen just for effect, which is quite cool. That's a nice touch.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's
Lovely.
my little humble abode.
That
Hope
is
you like it.
absolutely lovely. It is an absolutely genius build, very cozy, while still being practical, with some nice little flares on it as well, with that Jurassic Park-esque sort of holding pen as well. I think it's a fabulous little build. I love that.
So
Right.
would you like me to come with you onward to the next one?
Yeah, if you come with me to see Rich's build, we'll go and see what Rich has been up to. Okay. So Rich's base isn't that far away from Shell's. It's actually just a few layers up on the cliff sides, and he's up on his own plateau where he secured himself away from any possible threats. So I am going to land just by this gate so he can take me around everything. Okay. There you are, Rich.
Hello, Christopher.
Hello.
Welcome to my base.
Thank you. It's very, very green at the moment. Very green power-esque. There's a lot of windmills going on here. It's, for efficient use of the technology, which I'm liking already.
Yep. I have no generator whatsoever in my base. It's all wind powered.
Oh, so that make it a lot. It doesn't give you any noise then, really, does it? 'Cause it's
No.
quiet, which is kind of cool.
And if we go in here, we have the fabricator, chem bench, smithy, fridges, and cryo fridge,
Lovely job.
along with 2 lights to light the area.
All in one room. Again, this is what I like about people. All in one room. You've got everything you need all in one room, which is good.
And then, if we go out and up the stairs, and you'll have to forgive the slight little step into the room upstairs.
There you go.
And you have the industrial grill, storage space, and my bed.
Lovely.
And 2 lights again to light up the area, as well as a feather light, if need be.
That's pretty efficient. Now it creates a nice bright area, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, and then you have all the taxidermies that are around my base, as you can see from the Diplo and a Shadow Mane, which is from a different era.
Yeah. So Shadow Mane is actually one of the newest creatures on Ark. That fearsome looking beast right there is from Genesis 2, the newest installment of Ark, and
Which
I have
looks like
to say,
it's about to pounce on the
Diplo.
Diplo.
Yeah, the absolutely beast looking.
As well, don't forget about the other new creature which is on the roof. There's a friggin' taxidermy, which we do have in the back corner.
Ah, yes. So that up there is a taxidermy of the Maywing.
Maywing.
All the nurse dino.
Here. And over here in this room,
I'm just trying to catch you up. 1 second. I stayed with the build.
over at the incubation room. Down. Look, turn around.
Up there we are. we found him.
And here's the
Hey.
incubation room.
Oh, that's
which
good.
is
Oh my
At
god.
the moment, incubating a wyvern egg.
Lovely. That is a massive
I've
egg.
had to add a couple more air cons just to make sure it's the right temperature.
So you've actually got 18. I probably will have to build a few more before I can actually incubate my egg. Maybe we'll see how many I've got and how many I need. But awesome.
And then
Nice efficient little building.
we've got the 2 Maywings that are sat over here for nursing.
Please tell me you're going to call the other one Jill.
Well, the colourful one. I might do.
There's Jack and Jill, and she went on the pill.
And over here and here is all the creatures
Lovely jubbly.
that I have tamed.
Psychedelic. Nice.
Yeah,
It looked like he snorted a little bit and then painted himself. Good lord.
yeah. Then I have.
Absolutely love. Nice simple little build, and he's given himself a lot of space if he wants to do some other special builds as well, which is kind of cool.
The fence out the back here.
Yeah.
Then you got the Indie Forge.
Indie Forge and your Triceratops being nosy through the wall.
Yeah, I stuck his head through the wall.
That's a lovely little build. You've cordoned off the side of your base, which presents a threat to make it safe, and you've given yourself a lot more space to build stuff if you want it to build anything else, like aesthetic and whatnot, which is kind of cool.
Walls up in gaps where there are gaps up the top of the cliffs. That's the big cliff on that side.
I think I did see some spike walls up there actually. But yeah, I like that build. That's pretty cool. I think the last. I think I like that. That's pretty simple. I like your use of the taxidermies. Just to brighten stuff up. I think the last one that we're going to go and see before we call it and go on a little dragon excursion, I think is go and see Wolfie's base.
Well, I think Wolfie is lurking about somewhere because I can see him.
Yeah, I did see a third person skulking about.
Lurking, perving on us, watching us.
He's up by my.
What do you think of Murdoch, Wolf?
That is one red bird.
Yep.
He's beautiful.
Take it, it's male.
Now,
Yeah.
unfortunately, for those who don't know, I had server duty for the start of the server to help everybody get settled. So I couldn't make my base as quickly as everybody else. But I did make a very large project that we will unveil when the time comes. And it's a doozy.
Yeah. So Wolf got himself into a situation where he's been helping everyone get on their feet and teach them some of the more sort of advanced things about Ark. And then he got into the sort of space where I was on the island with the community base, and he had the task of building another community building. And I'm not going to give any hints or whatnot on what he's been up to, but when you see it, you will not be disappointed because it is one heck of a building. That's for sure. But what he's already done with his base, now his base is far out to the west. He's actually built it quite a ways away from everybody. He's actually built it in one of the more dangerous areas of the map, but one of the more rewarding areas of the map because there's lots and lots of resources out there. So that is where we are going to head.
Did I ever give you that information?
Oh, right.
There's a small bit added. Like,
no joke.
This project is nearly as large as the last one. Like, I've fully encased the walls around the base. I just need to put enough foundation spam to stop the creatures spawning in here.
Yeah. Are any of these yours?
Nope.
That's cool. So you've actually gone for you've actually sort of gone for the same sort of idea as me with the round tower, but only on a elite level, which I'm really, really impressed with. That is incredible. just the grandeur. I mean, if we come back inside and just sort of stand at the front gate,
indie forge in the middle there,
just to see the sort of grandiosity of the build. Just see those two staircases, just like you're entering like a high class mansion. You've got like the two staircases like parallel to each other, like symmetrical, up onto the upper floor. And obviously, like I said, right here, it's going to be like an indie forge. And up here, you can have all your. I'm assuming your vaults and your. Is there going to be another? Is there going to be another floor with all your crafting benches above, or is it all going to be on this shelf?
Oh no, most of the crafting is going to go on down here. There's going to be the forge here, right, and then you'll have the all the stuff basically lined up along the walls without doors.
Yeah.
And all the finished products and that should be upstairs in the likes of vaults and such. But at the back here, there's going to be me chem bench, and the reason why that's going to be up here is because I can be burning off loads of gunpowder, so I can add it to bullets for the turrets.
Yeah.
They're going to be off shot. I mean, I'm going to put ramps going down to the towers, so I can actually gain access to them from there.
Yeah,
So,
easy access in case you need to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like the
That's
top
awesome.
part of the entrance is going to be sloped ceiling, and the bottom part of it's going to be stairs. Now, the reason for that is you can put, was it fucking railings onto stairs, but you can't put them onto slope ceilings. So essentially there's gonna be like a blockade, like it's gonna be safe access. I'm not just gonna fall off the edge. You know, that type of thing.
Yeah, not like somebody else with his convoluted ramp system up a cliff. You took one step off it and you launched onto the beach from like 20 foot in the
That
air.
was fucking hilarious. I mean, that was good.
I thought it would work. It didn't. It just failed miserably.
Hey, look, I was there. I did that. The way I've set up these stairs, you can even walk a mammoth up them.
I was going to say they're quite they're quite wide. It's the stairs, so it gives you the ability to get things in and walk it upstairs if need be. So I love. So he's got. You've basically got the idea that I had with my base, but you've actually managed to pull it off a whole lot better than I did. To be fair, you've got that like circular defensive coverage with each tower.
You would have done the same if the land was with you. I got flat ground to work with.
I'm quite pleased with how my base turned out. To be fair, it's quite badass. I've still got.
I don't have to deal with gigas. You do.
I've got some more speed builds to do to put on the channel, because I've got a few more structures to do yet, and maybe a bit more defense because the structures I'm going to build are outside my defensive range. So I'm going to have to build possibly one, maybe two more small towers to deal with it, and that should do. But I'm not going to give up what they are at the moment. And then I've got my own feature build to do, which I know what it's going to be, but pulling it off is going to be one hell of a... pulling it off is going to be a challenge, that's for sure. But it does entail me getting a Tapijara, because I'm going to need it to do the building beyond a certain height.
Yeah.
So that's going to be fun.
So... basically I'm going to explain to them defensive perimeter. All of this foundation is just to stop things spawning, and the main base is going to be tower defended with machine gun nests dotted around the outside. So, it'll have crenulations and everything on the top. So.
Nice. My other question is, are you going to do the trick I did with the windows in the tower? In the main tower?
What do you mean, like?
Are you so do you remember my tower had a strip of windows round the circumference of the tower at a certain height, like
glass. Greenhouse windows.
The greenhouse windows. So
down the base of it, if you take a closer look down the base of it, you'll see that for 4 levels I have the option of swapping out regular walls with glass panes when I get the materials for it. So I've left myself that option.
Oh yeah, I see, because the rest of it is the large stone walls, which are solid strips. Oh cool, so you will have that. You'll actually sort of be the opposite to me and have it at ground level rather than higher up. Cool.
Alpha Kilo down there.
You see, I won't need it on the top because I'm covering the top in as much glass as possible.
Are you gonna have a sky? Are you gonna go for that skylight then on the top?
Yeah, I suppose I could do a skylight. But for the minute, I've just planned for a ladder. You know the circular ladders going upwards.
Yeah.
They'll probably be set up here, off of this. Like this end, these two wings on either side are going to be throwaways, and they're going to be turned into spirals going up to the roof. And that'll put me out on the roof and a land bay and yada yada yada. Loads of extra trimminy bits, but since I'm still under the impression that we're going to have this map for a while.
Yeah, we're going to be on there. We're still going to be on there for quite some time. We are actually sort of planning maybe some different bits of content. We're looking at some other games so we can switch back and forth from Ark just to keep things a little fresh and a little different. But we're going to be on this map for quite some time yet. But that is impressive. That once again, I still. Once this build is done, I think it's going to be a close contender for your primary build. To be fair, which I'm having to sort of not talk about it and give the game away, but it's. I think that's going. I think once you're done with this base and indeed this area. Once you've finished doing whatever you build in this sort of quite sized area.
Down over here. Dino barn here. Like there's a lot of things that still need to be done.
I reckon this base is going to be quite. This is a sort of base where we could all happily sort of build our own little shack in.
Oh yeah.
And our own little piece of it, and still have tons of room left.
That's
like a proper fortress.
So,
because I reckon
not as homely looking as my base.
The smart use of the gates. So you've got access to any part of the wall, like just to get out of it if something gets in. You can get
a gun turret on each gate to make sure. You don't like even here on this turret. This turret will be overlooking that entire area, and this one will be pointed between the two gates. So anything that's aggressive following you will be mowed down.
Yeah.
On the way in.
And just, I reckon probably what you should do is do what I did on each big gate that's away from your base. Is just have a circular tower turret, or maybe a semicircle tower, just facing the gate, so if anything does follow you through on the big gates that you have that are not in range of your defensive turrets, is just have that extra level of defense in case something does come up and follow you in.
Yeah, I've left space for all of that. And as you can see, all of my gate placements have been done in line with not killing off the spawns. Like there's metal spawns up this way. Like everything I need is basically here. I'm just over the hill from the oil spawn. Like once I get set up, this base is it. I'm happy.
I cannot wait to see the finished product. I cannot wait to come back and show the people just what you're capable of with your building. I cannot wait to see that. But with everyone here, that is it. There isn't anyone else to tour around their base at the moment because they are all very busy with their real life stuff. They've not managed to make it to the server for the initial sort of walk around. But when I get a chance and I meet them up on the server, we will get around to introducing you to them and their base and what they've been up to once we get the chance. But for the moment, that's it for the base tours. What we're going to do now is we're actually going to go up north, and I am going to go get myself a dragon egg. And we're actually going to try and capture a female dragon so we can have the milk ready to feed the babies.